Sound test. Sound test. Hurrah, the sound's working. Hello, hello. Oh, blimey, there are people here already. Jesus Christ. Sorry about the lack of warning about this. It's just, thingy, Loki's away, and I had a little bit of time, so I thought, why not? Let me just fiddle ever so slightly with a couple of settings. Hello, Nat, Wolf, K1, and Wicked Power Up Guy. Hello. Dum-dum-dum. Glad you can hear me. Just a second. And then I'll be right with you. Oh, stupid thing. Blimey? What's blimey? What surprises thee? Right. There we go. Okay, cool. Hoisky poisky. Right, let's pop some reserves, because it's always nice to have. Let's go with what we got. Okay, so let's have crew XP boost. Let's have a regular experience boost, and let's have a who is person. If that's any of you, let me know, by the way. And let's have some credit boosters. That's on 1 hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. That will do. Looking forward to the Halloween event. I always look forward to the Halloween events. Halloween and April Fools. I think the events are generally actually pretty fun, so I do usually look forward to them. Any tips for 3 marking the Centurion Mark 1? I haven't actually 3 marked mine. I've 2 marked mine without too much difficulty. So the Centurion, obviously you want to go hull down type things. If you're trying to 3 mark anything, optics are not a bad bet, trying to boost your view range. Remember, assistance damage counts. Try wherever reasonably possible to get tracking shots on people so you can get assistance damage that way. I guess they would be the bits of advice that I would give, but bear in mind I have not put effort into 3 marking anything. So I haven't got any 3 mark tanks. Got a bunch of 2 marks, but no 3. So, yeah. No worries, Nat. No worries. Just for the sake of grinding, you're probably going to see a reasonable amount of the WZ today, by the by. As I slowly try and unlock the WZ1115A and also ace this damn thing. So then I've got a Chinese crew in my IS-2, a Chinese crew in here. I need to ace both of them, and then they'll become my crews for the 113 and the WZ1115A. Oh, it's Abby. I don't want to do Abby. Oh, never mind. Right, let's do this. At least it's not a tier 10 match. So my not amazing penetration shouldn't be too much of an issue. In fact, there's no one on the enemy team that this gun's really going to have massive problems with. Assuming the gun behaves itself. I mean, it's a 13 centimeter gun. It's behaving itself is not necessarily what it does all the time. Any idea what they're doing, by the way, as that, well, presumably you have, what are they doing as the Halloween event on warships? Because I have not been on to have a look this year. I know, or at least I've seen vaguely, the sort of thing that Tanks is going to have. Yes, we're lemmings, we're going to the best location on the map. I mean, deal with it. But I don't know what it is on warships. Bah. Bah. Right. Okay, their WZ's on the other flank. What about their other tier 9s? The Emil might come over here. Skoda looks like he's probably going to the middle. Then AMX and artillery, and ooh, an IS-6 and a T-32. They have rubbish penetration. I need to be careful here. In fact, actually, they have one artillery piece. Depending on where that T-32 is... Nah. Oh, no, maybe. Oh. Well, yeah, that was a mistake on my part. That was dumb. Yeah, never mind. I was hoping that I'd be able to go hull down behind this wreck and nail him, but not to be. Okay, well, screw this. Let's go and push into the 1390, the IS-6, etc. Gun should be able to go through them without too much difficulty, although, of course, my armour isn't the best in the world. And dear Mr. IS-3, if you go up there and then just back off, you become in the way. To use technical parlance, kindly remove yourself from the way. This guy's probably not going to do anything, is he? Right, he's fired. Dude's coming with me, so let's see if we can do something about the 1390, assuming he's still there, which he is. Please stop pushing me, mate. Alright, I'm expecting that 1390 to be pretty dead, and indeed he is. And then with any luck, we should be able to push into this IS-6. Into me, mate, so I'm not particularly, don't have a huge desire to try and protect you, sorry. Wow, my gun can't actually even hit the target. Oh, this gun gets very, very frustrating. Bounce the IS-6, thankfully. I'm not going to use my med pack on the stun. Trade shots, which isn't the best trade in the world, but never mind. We're winning this, so... Oh, really? Thank you, Artie. Don't have the gun depression to make that work. Don't have the gun... They keep shooting me in the track, which also gets kind of frustrating. Oh, I thought I would have the gun depression to shoot his hull, but I'm being stupid. Rushing this. Whereas, right, he's fired. Take out the IS-6. There goes the Skoda. And that just leaves the Carnarvon and El Borsigo. And people are going to get in my way, aren't they? Fine, screw it. Go around the long way. This is probably going to be an underwhelming game. But it is going to be an underwhelming game. 1872 damage is not very good. Bit of assistance damage. That IS-6 was spamming APCR. I don't massively blame him, to be honest. I spent a chunk of, well, not a chunk of, I've spent some time because they've redone or buffed the premium matchmaking. A lot of the premium matchmaking premiums at tier 8. Spent some time playing the IS-6, the WZ-111. Oh, they are horrible to use. Yeah, there we go. Hurrah! Halloween event looks like the warships one with the big green portal leaking nasty stuff. Your mission to go through and collect nasty... Oh, it's the same as the tanks, by the look of it then. Because that's also, as far as I can work out, a similar sort of thing. Testing 5-man platoons. I think 5-man platoons would be a bad idea, personally. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, I did a thing apparently. Cool. Who is this? Anybody? If it is, I'll accept. If not, I'll decline. Yeah. Kind of underwhelming game. Got Hand of God. Yeah, fair enough. Would have been nice if I just constantly getting jostled and it was annoying. But yeah, still a win. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Let me just change my Excalibur mission. Did I just complete this one, was it? Oh, it was for killing people. Fair enough. What's number 4? Block 40 hits with... Okay, sure, I can do that. That's fine. Pew. This year's warships Halloween is submarines. Oh! Blimey. Okay. Huh. As a one-off event, I don't have a problem with that. I don't think it would be a good idea to add submarines to the main game. Blimey, we're top tier again. Okay. But as a like limited time event, I think that could be fine. Steampunk submarines. Well, that kind of ties in with last year's sort of steampunk ships, I guess. And then was it April Fools? We had the space ones. Nice little touches. What am I going to do? I've got an idea, but it might be a terrible idea. I'm going to try an experiment. This might go hideously wrong. I don't know. Wow, Mr. T28 prototype. Way to be a depressing little so-and-so. Okay, I've been spotted. There's no huge surprise there. Ah, there we go. I just spotted a comet. Blimey, okay. Times like this, I think maybe it'd be worth putting optics on this machine. Instead of vents. Oh well, I got vents on it for now. I'll bring up their view range slowly and painfully. No, no hit. That's a shame. Well, apparently these guys don't really want me alive. It's a bit of a shame that I've got very little support out here, as it turns out. And there's a Stritzwang away in the distance, probably around about there. And actually apparently able to pen me. I was hoping that would just be into my turret. Nope, nope, they can definitely pen me here. Okay, this is not working. What do I do? I can either really try and wedge myself in here. Okay. But this is all slightly limited by the fact that I can't see them. And that M103 is proxy spotting me. No, the Stritzwang can't shoot me here. I think I've made a mistake. This position is not worth bothering with. Okay, that one may well be, but I think I made a mistake in pushing forward quite this far. And even here, actually, because we've got no one on the field, they've actually completely outflanked me, meaning that I have very little defense because I don't have cover in the right direction. We needed some people on the field, and we don't have people on the field. Our Skoda T50 is... well, he's moving forward, but it looks like he's basically been camping the red line, which is encouraging. Where's our other medium tank? Progetto's in the town. Okay. So I'm just going to have to hang here for a bit. I guess I shouldn't have gone here. I thought I was... it was worth a go, I thought. It's just not really working out. You're very reliant on your team if you do this. This is what I have learned. Oh, that's a wreck, you muppet. Get rid of that ammo rack. Okay. Stelitsvang's moved up. Blimey. Their tank destroyers are playing relatively aggressively. And I need to be somewhere else. Because I can't really achieve anything more over here. That's a shame. And if I do that, there's a good chance that M103 is just going to spot me and wreck me. So... sorry guys, tough. Next time I won't bother. Oh no, am I going to get spotted anyway? No, no I'm not, okay. Guess I should have gone into the town. I thought this was worth a risk, but apparently not. Finally, I did some damage. Hurrah! Put one into the progetto. Who is now dead. Woohoo! Scorpion coming round, but it's the tier 7 Scorpion. Okay. Not to say that he can't do anything, of course, but just that he's not as threatening as a full-blooded, well, the German tier 8 Scorpion. Oh. Young Panther 2. Who we were able to kill. Really don't want to get artillery. Artillery takes out the prototype. Dear. Oh. So he was able to shoot me on the move before I was able to shoot him. Never mind. They should do a Christmas game mode event. They haven't done that in years. I honestly don't remember any Christmas game mode in any wargaming games. So I'm afraid I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Halloween, yes. And April Fools, but I don't remember any Christmas ones. I'm going to assume that's no one I know, so... Oh. Oh, did my blind shot actually hit? One of my shots hit a progetto. Cool. Do you like my shells? I'm assuming he's the Scorpion. No? S1? Yeah. That was a shame. Came top of my team. Eh. Oh, they had... Oh, I know the Scorpion has good gun depression, yeah. I just thought, having used that gun, its bloom on the move is terrible. Like, on the move... Anyway. They did have Xmas specials on Blitz and console. Fair enough. Fair enough. They've not, as far as I remember, they've not done it on the PC or in Warships. Again, on PC. I don't know if Warships even has different versions. I don't think it does, but I could be wrong. Apparently you got a new Blitz Premium Sherman, you haven't even got Blitz installed. Fair enough. I must admit, I've tried Blitz on mobile, but not my cup of tea. Oh, is this map fabulous. Yay, everyone loves Minsk. No worries, hentai. Have a nice evening. And good luck at work tomorrow. I am not a Minsk fan, I'll be honest. I don't think I've found anyone who is, to be fair. Oh, Warships has a Blitz version. Okay, fair enough. And up we go. Hopefully we don't run into something really nasty. We haven't got a huge amount of stuff over here ourselves, so we need to be a little bit careful. Ah, we got the TVP, to be fair. And we just lost our 705A. Fabulous! There goes our first tank, and it's a tier 10 as well. Brilliant. Just what we needed. Now my concern is that if I keep going up there, the Progetto's just going to be able to shank me in the side. So, because I can't remember this map very well, let's go through here. Oh, T-54. He's down below, so I can't actually shoot him. And there's a Centurion as well. Yeah, apparently that... Really? That doesn't feel right. No, he's lower down, so he's actually hull down against me. Huh. Well, okay then. And we're 0-4. That's a fabulous start. Right, guys, we're going to need to push this, because otherwise they're just going to wreck us. So, step one. No, I was going to go and nail this Waffenträger. And then they've basically overrun the other flank. Great. This is going to be another fantastic game. Well, let's shave half the health of that T92 off. Ah, 518. Over half. Damn it, didn't reload in time. That's a shame. He's hiding behind a thing, can't really say I blame him. No. Right, what can we actually do? That T92 is getting on my nerves. Oh, Christ. Needed the team not to just collapse, but never mind. It's this map, go figure. What can I actually do with this venture? If I push up here, actually, we can kill the T-54. Otherwise, I'm worried he's just going to get behind our Jagdtiger and murderize him, because he doesn't appear to have lost any hit points yet. Surprise! Is he firing heat? Yeah, of course he is, because why would he bother firing anything else? Right, dude. What? What? That was his turret that was completely within... Oh my god. Okay. Never mind. Progetto, you don't want to make the mistake of shooting on the front of the hull because it's very heavily angled and is likely to be an auto bounce. That's the tier 10 Progetto, so you want to shoot him in the turret. Unless you've got a... Oh, bugger. Unless you've got a 152mm or bigger gun. Now, I should have the better reload. Oh, never mind. Or I could get hit by artillery and that could completely mess things up anyway. There we go. I'm not using auto-aim because my mouse is buggered and auto-aim doesn't work. And I still haven't gotten around to changing it. If I auto-aim, my right click will double click most of the time, so the auto-aim will turn on, turn off, and by the time I faffed around trying to auto-aim, I should have just taken the shot. Oh my god, I had an awful game and I'm still apparently at the top of the team. Now, I did not have a good game, and a couple of those shots were done at the end when it was kind of a bit too late to achieve much, but, like, Jesus Christ. Let's try again. Hello, Wolfwin. Hi, Marcus. Hello, Hound Clegane. Oh, dear. Ooh, Himmelsdorf, okay. So we should be able to, well, with any luck, we'll try and plough over the hill and see what happens. Yeah, sorry I didn't notify anyone this was going to happen. I didn't know exactly if it would, if I'd have the time or when it would. But as it turns out, Loki is off doing a LARP event of all things. So she's been camping out in a field over the weekend. So yeah. Screw it, it's me and the cat. Oh, my spawn sucks. Oh well, see what we can do. Again, armor that Conqueror could be a problem. We'll see how it goes, I guess. It's just a generic fantasy setting as far as I'm aware. She has looked into doing 40k LARP as well, but I'm not sure if there's a place relatively near us. So this is just a generic fantasy one. She's a elf of some description. And she's gone with a friend of ours. So the two of them are off, LARPing it up. To push round Castle von Himmelsdorf or not to push round Castle von Himmelsdorf. Ooh, 3 marks of excellence on his Liberté. Nice. Screw it. Let's push round. Let's make it quick. The Conqueror's down there and getting absolutely wrecked, which is nice. One into the T69. Oh, that T44-100 has pushed forward a little bit too enthusiastically, and yeah, they've finally got my number. I was hoping this was going to be a nice, quick engagement. As it is, that appears to not be the case, and I'm going to need to back off here. Okay, Yeah. Oh, no, no, we're pushing around the other side, so actually I don't need to back off here. Thank you, T30. I still hit him. That could have gone hideously wrong. Ooh, ammo rack. And I get artillery, fabulous. Yet you don't have to grind on me, FV. Jeez Louise. Right. They are in the base eating all of the cookies. Although the ammo rack against T69, it was only for 334, so the ammo rack was irrelevant. I'd have done that much damage anyway. Right, let's keep pushing because we need to take them off the base, although we've got the time to do that. And this is where I don't really need to bother loading HE for artillery with 490 alpha, which is nice. Is he dead yet? Yes, good, okay. Yeah, the object's going to have scuttled over into the far side of the map. The Stritzwang's there, and it's another... It's either the GW Panther or the object. It was the object who's in the cap. And am I not going to get any more damage out of this game? Oh, that makes me sad. Ooh. Mine. Oh, it turns out HE would have been useful. He's got a little more health than I thought he did. Oh well. No! God damn it! Could you believe the bloody Aussies call McDonald's Macca's? It's called Macca's fairly commonly over in the UK as well, so yes, I could believe it. The WZ has a 130mm gun. You should try World of Tanks Blitz. I have tried Blitz. I'm not a huge fan, if I'm honest. It's just overly simplified and I don't enjoy the controls and I'm just not really into it, I'm afraid. Yeah, scumbag denied. It's a shame. Never mind. Wow, Jesus. Their team did not have a good game. Oh well, I'll take it. Slowly getting there. Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you. Sorry about that. Yeah, I thought Macca's was a pretty common name for McDonald's, or certainly is in my experience, so not surprised. Oh, Studianki, or however you're supposed to pronounce it. It's the other Polish map, fabulous. Although Minsk, that's not Poland, that's Minsk, the Ukraine. Alright, see you, Hound. Thank you very much. Have a lovely Sunday. I've been invited to a platoon. Why the hell not? Right, let's go over yonder. I don't really want to face an Object 705A frontally. The rest I can kind of deal with. Does the Object want to take that position? Oh, fair enough. If the Object wants it, fair dues. Kind of suits his tinky tonk. Can't really complain too much. I might just pop over to the other side then. Oh, sorry, mate. Yeah, there's the 705A anyway, so I'd really rather not take that guy on frontally. So I'm just getting some distance to reduce the chances that I'll be spotter-rated. And over we go. Sorry, increase the distance, not reduce the distance. Turns out I get spotted anyway, because reasons. Magical, mystical spotting fairies and all that. Oh, there's the artillery. Right, so we got a griller there. 750 TP? Jesus, 50 TP back there. That's the tier 9. Are they the destructible sections? Let's find out. Nah, it looks like that bit's very much not destructible. God damn it, that's a shame. It'd be nice if it was sort of all consistent, but never mind. Let's not worry too much about it. So I thought that bit looks like it should be destructible, but what do I know? What do I know? Ooh, griller. Cheeky little son of a gun. 1-4, this is going well, ladies and gentlefish. This is going well. And unfortunately, I haven't been able to find much of an opportunity here, which is a bit of a shame. Really like those people in the back to get spotted. I mean, I'm not going to go over and try and take out that griller. That would be what's generally known as suicide. Am I sure these are not destructible? Nope, they're definitely solid. Fair enough. I can play some artillery if people would like some artillery. I've got I'll tell you what, after this game, or the next time that I have a free game, I'll jump into the French bat chat and see if I can make any progress on a stun the guys mission, stun people mission. I just need to play the Fatten for at least a game today. Well, this sucks. Okay, so I'm achieving nothing. If I retreat from this position and try and relocate, I run the very real risk of just getting shot in the butt. But I'm currently doing nothing and the team is just losing. So, with that in mind... let's try and go somewhere else, rather than achieving diddly squat. Ah, 50 TP has decided he wants to try a thing. Might be able to arrange a flanking shot into him, hopefully without taking fire myself. Ah, only track damage. Ah, still some assistance out of it. Oh, he's hull down. Hells no. Oh. Okay, no. That was so not worth it. I thought the standard B was actually going to spot them. Ugh. But apparently not. I should have seen that he wasn't earlier. Where was he? I thought he was in that little bush spotting people. I guess he wasn't. Never mind. Yeah, no worry, boulders. These things happen. It's not a problem. It's not as if I advertised it anyway. Oh, you and your big windows. Oh no, look at me. My windows are so big I have to have new blinds. Woe is you. It's like saying you forgot your car keys in the morning when you went to work. And you accidentally left them in the tennis courts. Oh no. So that was not a good map for the WZ. Let's throw in the bat chat, as someone was asking about artillery. And we want to stun some peeps. Oh, not Pilsen in artillery. I know you might have said it jokingly, but I do occasionally play artillery, so yeah, you're going to have to sit through an arty game with arguably one of the worst tier 10 artillery. Never mind. So, okay, we've got, I need 3k combined stunning and immobilise damage, not spotting, fallen foul of that one before, and need to destroy internal modules and try and stun 2 peeps with 1 shot. You don't like this map? No, neither do I. Well, no, I don't hate it, it depends on the tank I'm in, if I'm honest. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing in artillery on this thing though. Start off over here and then peg it if I need to. Time to wait for my gun to load. Load, load, load. Still got 20 seconds left to load. God damn autoloader. It's not even a very good autoloader. Right, you almost always get some people camping up here. So I'm just pre-aiming up here. And our T100 LT is moving up to try and spotterate some peeps. And it's loaded, hurrah! Right. Do you believe in love after love? Pew! 40 damage, yeah! Hadouken! Probably won't do anything. Take 1 shot at this leopard, then I'll be reloading for 1,000,000 years, so I'll relocate at that point anyway. Right. So, having achieved 40 damage that I'm aware of, I'm now reloading my magazine for the best part of a minute. And I don't really want to go on the other side because they've pushed up far hard. The enemy team, that is, have pushed up far harder on that side of the map. But gee, wouldn't it be nice if I was loaded right about now? Oh well. Maybe you'll learn something about artillery. I don't know about that. Boom! Oh! The dream is real, the dream is real, the dream is real, the dream is real, the dream is real. Kill it with fire! No, not enough lead, nowhere near enough lead, and this gun has no splash. It's so frustrating. Pew! Right, so that flank is getting screwed quite heavily. You might have noticed, by the way, in the garage I have something like a 20% win rate in this machine. Well, I completed my secondary. That's nice. Another 26 seconds to load the gun. And then this flank will collapse. But the other flank is also collapsing. So where do I go? I'll just cry and die. Whoops. My elite driving there. Really good. Oh, there's junk in the way. Great. Oh, fabulous, I'm spotted. Can I get off one more shot? There's very little point me actually no. screwed. I was going to say there's very little point me relocating, and there is very little point me relocating, but I wasn't even going to get a shot off there, so nuts to it. Oh, God. If I'm lucky, I'll get one more shot off this game. So... oh, no. I was trying, but just a bit slow on the trigger. You're still new to the game. Your highest tier artillery is the SU-5, which you only unlocked yesterday. If I'm honest, artillery is terrible. As in pretty much every respect. You are almost entirely reliant on your team in order to achieve anything. As you can see here, you know, you need that distance from people. Artillery is I do not recommend it. I mean, you might want to play it for completing personal campaign missions or something, but yeah. You need to grind through the French line and get some French RT. It'd be nice to have an RT that can manage more than walking pace. That is true. Just don't expect... just bear in mind the offset for having something with a bit of mobility and at tier 9 and 10 at least a fully rotating turret is that... yeah, at least I completed the secondary mission. Is that you have the smallest caliber gun. Often you have the smallest or among the smallest caliber guns for your tier, so they do relatively little damage with relatively little splash. You have a very flat shell trajectory as well, so a little bit of cover really gets in your way. It's quite annoying. Try a bishop. Yeah, it's not a terrible idea. The problem is, well, I've played the FV304, which is awful at tier 6. I cannot recommend that. I don't know about the higher tier British artillery. I have not made it that far. Artillery in general is most of the time just not worth bothering with. Is the thing. Yes, U152. Ah, fair enough. A lot of people like it. It's not my cup of tea, but I know a lot of people like it. Big derpy gun. You can get the same gun or a very similar gun on the KV2, and that you get a turret and it's a tier lower. So that's my preferred tank personally. You like your SU-14 too? Fair enough. Fair enough. Like I say, there are exceptions. There are specific artillery pieces that, you know, certain people do like. Don't get me wrong. I haven't played the Crusader, and 13F3 I only played a couple of games of since they changed artillery. Oh no, I haven't played any games of since they've introduced the stunning mechanic. I was too far along the line. I just... yeah. You get games though where you spend the entire game relocating because your team is incompetent and you achieve nothing. I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. If you've got a dodgy team, you're going to struggle in any machine. But at least in... okay, the WZ here, and I don't really like this tank. But at least with this, you can try and carry a game. Artillery, not so much. You really like the SU-26? Yeah. So the SU-26 has a fully rotating turret. The Tier 4 British artillery, the Birch gun, has a fully rotating turret. And the Tier 9 and 10 French artillery pieces also have fully rotating turrets. So the machine I was just playing, for example, has a fully rotating turret. Which is nice. The offset tends to be that... so the SU-26 is very slow. And the... yeah, screw this. And the guns often on turreted artillery are pretty weak. I played the SU-26 back when it was tier 3 with the weird artillery matchmaking, but with the bigger gun. I remember getting... my ace game was a 3k damage game in a tier 5 match with that thing. 3k damage in a tier 3 machine. I almost ran out of ammunition. That was back when artillery was not balanced. And it's still not. but in a different way. Nah, he's dropped back. Oh, a perfectly sensible idea. I'm actually thinking, rather than pushing through here into a whole bunch of tank destroyers, it just doesn't sound like an amazingly good plan. Right, if we can do something instead about the Tiger P, the Carnarvon, and the IS. Oh, after all that, by the way, I never got the Carnarvon Action X because those of you who remember, so my uncle died, so I was going to, like, I looked at it, I didn't get any more progress done, I went to the deadline of it, I was like, oh, I might buy it at a bit of a discount. But the discount was no longer, the tank was no longer available because it had been available for like 7 o'clock the morning of that day, and I was logging in at 10 o'clock in the morning. So never mind. I didn't end up getting the Carnarvon Action X. I'm sure it will come around again at some point. Just I won't get the discount, which is kind of annoying. But never mind. C'est la vie. These things happen. Oh, this gun, and he just damaged it as well. So this gun can be very, very frustrating. It is a big, derpy gun. Take out the Carnarvon. Fail to do any damage to the IS because this gun kill him in the end, and I don't really have much of a chance of challenging the front of a Type 4 heavy with regular ammunition, so load the heat. Bit of a shame, but there we go. I'm probably going to take a big fat HE round to the face here, but never mind. That guy just committed suicide effectively off of the cliff. There we go. And can we squeeze in the killing shot? Would be nice. Yeah, we can. And that just leaves Tortoise, Lerva. Let's go and do something about these fellas. That's the second teammate who's driven off a cliff and crashed. Doing well, guys. Somehow we're winning. You're not exactly filling me full of confidence here. You know, you don't want to give these guys a chance to come back. That would be a terrible, terrible idea. The way they've... I know. I find the tortoise annoying. Though he fired HE at me, which seems a little odd. Oh, no, he is... And bounced again. They've completely... I'm not happy with what they did to the tortoise. Armour not penetrated in the bum. There we go. I really, really hate what they did to the tortoise. Utter garbage in my opinion. There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, I've heard good things about the GW Panther. I haven't bought it myself yet, but I've heard good things. Yeah, Wolf's advice is probably not particularly bad. Although I kind of did a bit of the opposite. Like, how was that? I don't know. Guess I got 3 kills. I couldn't damage the tortoise because I was bouncing on his weak spots because, you know, of course I was. Curiosity. Pretty sure that's still a weak spot on the tortoise, or did they delete all of its weak spots and force you to fire premium ammunition at it? Let's have a look. Full tank list, tier 9, TDs, UK, Torty. 3D model. No, still a weak spot. I just got a bit unlucky. Oh, okay. Right. That central part is a weak spot. Not the rest, just that central bit. And I bounced on his rear as well. So, go figure. Hi, Sam. Yes, crews do make a big difference. That is very, very true. Ugh. Let's play a game in the Fatten because I need to play one. I want to play one, get one win in it today. There's nothing wrong with being casual. It's a game at the end of the day. It shouldn't be work. I've played over 30,000 battles, and whilst I'm competent, I'm not, you know, astounding. There was a stage where I was getting, you know, noticeably better. Back when I was in Scotland, but I don't have the time to play the game as much anymore, so my performance has kind of plateaued. So at the moment it looks like my performance would probably plateau at around the 54% win rate to 1900 2k WN8 kind of range. I'm only playing the WZ a lot at the moment, by the way, because it's currently my grind tank, that's all. No other reason. Scotland, yeah, I would love to go back to Scotland at some point. The area I was living in was lovely. I remember spring getting sheep or lambs outside of the front door. Well, okay. Oh, Sheridan went a little bit ham. I'm not sure that was a particularly sensible idea, but never mind. Cheers, I7. Cheers. No, it looks like if their heavies have gone to the town, they've been rather more circumspect, which is perfectly sensible. I was just hoping there'd be some dubious moves by some enemy team that I could take hideous advantage of, but it seems not to be the case. That's a shame. Never mind. Alright. I'll leave you guys to that position then, as you want it so badly. Get out of my way, dude! Like, seriously, just get out of the way. I just want to go along here. Stop being in the way. Right. Oh, our Sheridan's on 115 health already. That would surprise absolutely no one, based on, you know, what we've seen him do so far. There's a Type 5 Heavy in the middle of this field. Object 277 is camping over at the back. Okay, this is interesting. He's got crud in between. And there goes our Sheridan. And we do have an artillery in this match. It's the bat chat. Okay. Oh dear. I'm not a huge fan of the new Fisherman's Bay, I'll be honest. Everyone just goes to the central region and that's it. There's not really any variety to the gameplay that you see. Oh, he's firing HE. I guess that's a good thing. I didn't take too much damage. Ah, no one to spot, no one to farm. This is just going to be boring campfest. Like, Jesus Christ. Because no one goes to the city anymore because you just get shot. So, it's just a boring stalemate. Oh well. Right, Right, let's try and push the other side and see if we can do much. We've lost 3, they've lost 1. Fabulous. There aren't that many tank destroyers around. Although our Kranwagen's pushed up and he's getting a little bit wrecked. Yeah, no shots on the object. Oh, no, I lie. There might be... No, no shots on the object. Ah, it makes me a sad panda. No shots down there either. So no opportunities for crossfire. Bored. I think Fisherman's Bay has become possibly the most boring map in the game. Never mind. And I can't do... I can't really see any way to have an impact on this game. It's just... No one's on the enemy team has made mistakes, and you need people to make mistakes on this map. Otherwise, it's just a boring campfest. Jesus. We are making mistakes all over the place. I mean, look at this. Now their mediums can just push up to that ridge line, which will get our FV killed, which will get our artillery killed, and there isn't anything I can do about it, because if I go over there I expose myself to being shot by the object, the Sheridan and the Batchat. At least I can take out the Sheridan in the process. There's a house. Put one into the Batchat. Hope that one went into the Leopard. Bemoan our team being awful, but that's not going to change anything. Oh, no, no, I can't do anything here either. My gun's not working. Nope, can't penetrate the flat side of a M48 pattern. Oh, this is going well, isn't it? I mean, they have a Leopard spamming high explosive and we still can't win. Oh dear. Yeah, so that was back when I was at Scotland, Sam, or in Scotland, and I was getting, there was a point where I was averaging about 2.5k recent WNA and around 55+% win rate, but I don't play regularly enough to keep that up anymore. I don't have the time. Also, they were often mid-tier games, which helps. Trying to train your first skill on the SG-100. You really like that tank and the KV-1 too, but the bad spotting range is really annoying sometimes. I keep getting shot by people you can't see. Yes, those tanks have an... Wow, we have a team killer. Oh, fantastic. Those tanks have an awful view range. Soviet mid-tier tanks generally have quite poor view range to make up for the punchy guns and often quite good armour. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was an awful game for me. Like, just what are you even doing? Anyone can have a bad game. Anyone can. I'm not trying to pick on anyone. Let's try that again. I must confess, the SU-100, I know it's a tank a lot of people like, but I am not one of those people. I really, really don't like it. But I mean, it's to each their own. Horses for courses. Oh, it's raining. And the cat's asleep. Yes, Wolf, that does sound a bit odd. Right, where am I going to go? Yeah, I guess I'll have to go over there. Okay, so female crew are rewarded for completing personal missions. They function as Oh, graphics glitching out again. They function as regular crew members, except that they come with... Oh, that's going to be annoying. Happens occasionally. They come with some skills already trained. My apologies for me skating on water. And I'll tell you what, I'll show you in a sec when we get back to the garage. I'll show you in a sec, because I've got a female crew in this tank. That's going to be really off-putting. I've noticed, this is the second time that's happened. Yeah, it's kind of irritating, but never mind. Right. Really don't want to get overwhelmed here, so we do have to be a little bit careful. But a lot of their medium tanks seem to have gone to the southeast corner, so with that in mind... Okay, I got spotted, so there is someone over there. This is a bit risky, but I think it's worth trying. What's the daisy? It's getting really hard to drive when I can't properly see the ground. Ah! Oh, okay, that's how it is it?
Enemy armor is hit.
Now watch me get artillery, it'll be lots of fun. That one didn't even hit. Oh, there's the STB to worry about as well. And there's the inevitable artillery. Well, this would have been a workable position had I had some support. But apparently that's not a thing I'm allowed. So, yeah. And I can't see the ground, which is really off-putting and making me feel slightly nauseous. So this is just going to be a disaster from my perspective. Oh, my gun can't even hit anything. Oh my god. This is just going to be a bad game. Where even is? I can't... Ah! I can't... Okay. I can't properly render things at the moment, it seems, which is getting really problematic. To the whole doing anything thing. I don't know where terrain starts and ends, so I'm aiming through terrain. I've no idea whether I'm in cover or not.
Penetration.
Which is problematic. I can't see. So the hill in front of me, because it's all this, the terrain's buggered on all of it, it's not rendering properly. I'll try one more game, and if this persists, I'll restart my client. Right, let me show you a female crew member. Be nice if my graphics weren't balking out, but never mind. Right, so here's a female crew member, for example. So they come with... Wolf just described it used to be Sisterhood of Steel, but it doesn't matter anymore. They come with Brothers in Arms as standard. They then come with enough experience to fully train up one skill or perk, and then you can start training on the next skill or perk. Now, normally, each successive skill takes more and more experience to level up, and that remains the true with the female crew members. However, this Brothers in Arms skill counts as a free skill, i.e., so you get Brothers in Arms, and then this first skill or perk requires the same amount of experience as the first skill or perk for a regular crew member. This would then be the second, this would be the third, and so on. So it means effectively you train up skills faster than you would with a regular crew. Now, they're not the only types of crew members that have that ability, but they're the most common. Well, not necessarily the most common, but the others are ones that you slightly controversially can buy with some premium tanks in some packages here or there. Right, let's see if my graphics, if the frigging terrain is going to hold up this time, and if I'm actually going to be able to see the ground. It gets frustrating because I want Wargaming to code their game so that it works. It's first priority. And I think sometimes they just don't. They lose track of that and it's annoying. Right. Oh god, Ruinberg, okay. Where the hell am I going to go? I guess I'm going to go into the town. There's no artillery. No, I'm going into the town, screw it. Yeah, the Berlin tanks there. I think there have also been some others. And Wargaming may release others in the future, so I'm not going to say it's just the Berlin trio or quartet or whatever you call them, but yeah, that's the most sort of prominent example, I guess. Come on, little tankies. I ain't going to hurt you. I'm just going to shoot you in the face a bit. Don't do that, FV, because you're blocking me in. Don't be an idiot. Don't be that guy. Oh, I missed. Oh, I spent ages sitting there to ambush the first person that comes round, and then I missed. Because that's this gun for you. Reliable, it is not. Bit of a shame, but there we go. Maybe I should have stayed in that position, but it looks like the Death Star wants it, so fine, whatever. Might take a hit for this, but screw it. It means we actually achieve something rather than just faffing around. Oh, my gun didn't reload in time for that. And I bounced because magic. IS-3 armor is magic. Oh, and the IS-3 gets away. This gun is incredibly frustrating. The gun is one of the main reasons that I am not keeping this tank. For anyone who isn't aware, by the way, I hate this gun so much. Is that Death Star actually doing anything? And if not, why not? Finally, the IS-3 dies. It's a miracle. Screw it. I'm intensely bored. Okay, he's got my back. Cool. Oh. Oh, gun missed again. God, I hate this gun so very much.
我们走。我们无法移动。我们出发吧。
Oh, and I can't penetrate the lower front plate of a frigging
我们的主帅被击毁。
VK either, apparently. Not allowed.
履带修复了。
Oh, I give up. This is just not my day.
快离开。
Oh, Christ. Now I remember why I hate the WZ with a passion. Gun is trash. Never mind. Right, alright. See you, Wolfwin. The gun is just an RNG generator. Some days it works and you can snipe anything from 600 meters away. More often than not, you can't hit the broadside of a barn from the inside. It is so frustrating. Yeah, of course we lost that Fatten game because I couldn't see to shoot anything. Not having a good set of games at the moment. Oh well. Let's try the Fatten again. I just want a win in it. You'll notice, by the way, my win rate has hemorrhaged in it. I'm down to 50% win rate in the Patton, which is kind of annoying. Oh well. Oh, how the hell did... Well, no, we were winning that game, to be fair. Yay! Highway's back. Fantastic. And I keep getting full tier 10 games, which is also kind of annoying. Never mind. Must admit, this is not one of the maps that I missed at all. I'm not trying to grind on you, 8, but if you're going to grind that close to me, I don't have any options. I don't have anywhere to go. I've played this map twice. I've gone to the city both times. Let's see what happens if I go over here. And we'll see what's different over in the north. I mean, this is not the sort of thing that the Fatten wants. The Fatten likes kicking tier 8s in the face. It doesn't really want to have to deal with tier 10s, if at all possible, but there we go. I get the feeling that we're going to be outgunned over here. I don't like it. It's difficult to see where else I'd go at the moment. If I wander into the town, I have to try and penetrate heavy tanks frontally, which is always fun. Artillery do they have? GWE 100. Okay. I think we have a bit of a Mexican standoff, which seems very fitting given the aesthetic they've gone for on this map. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Nice to see that it was really worth their while taking this map away and changing it. The only bits they seem to have changed are the town. So from the north spawn, they'll be in your face. Sorry, if you're on the south spawn, I can't talk at the moment and think. Sorry, hang on. People will be in your face faster. Oh, E50. Where's the object gone? Oh, he ran away. And I didn't notice, it would seem. Fabulous. Okay. So the object legged it and has left me here. Always nice. Always nice. It's exactly what I want. I hadn't noticed that he'd buggered off. Otherwise I wouldn't have been here anymore. I guess I should have been paying more attention. There we go. Thanks, Object 140. Thanks. And now you move forward. Why are you moving forward now? They're already over. You're just gonna die. This is not rocket science. I don't understand. Why would you wait until you're the only one left before advancing? That doesn't make any sense at all. If you're gonna stay, stay. If you're gonna go, go. Don't then go back. You're just gonna die for no reason. Like, it's just getting... Oh, I give up with this gentleman. And now our badger's trying to play... I'm not going to watch this, it's just making me angry. Never mind. Can I have a game that doesn't suck, please? That would be nice. Oh, Jesus. We did actually win this game, even though the gun failed me. So I managed one penetrating shot all game. Like, some people love the WZ, due in no small part to the gun. I hate the WZ, due in no small part to the gun. It's just, I mean, look at it. 0.4 dispersion, 2.9 second aim time. The bloom is not very good on it. Dodgy penetration. Not terrible, but a bit dodgy. Never mind. Can we find a match? Maybe. There we go. Okay. Alright. Mountain Pass. Okay. I'll grab a drink after this one and then I'll be right back. What's the heavy tank one? Alright, okay. Not really the spawn I wanted, but never mind. We'll run with it. Just gonna be squidged between people. Fantastic. Don't stop there! Jesus, you do not stop there. They will shoot you to hell. That is a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Okay, I am not putting any faith. That's pretty much their entire team. was going to say I'm not putting any faith in the team members that I have to do anything useful. Anyone who stops there in front of a shed ton of firepower is lacking a little bit in the survival department. It's a Conqueror, which is slightly awkward, and why are we all here? Okay, no, 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 not interested, not interested in the slightest. Okay, you are getting on my nerves. Look. He's in a strong position. This is not a fight I really want to be taking part in. So where do I go instead? Well, that Super Conqueror is, if he's not careful, just going to move forward and get himself killed. Do I stay and support? Oh, we've lost both those bat chats. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm running out of options already. Okay, we're going to have to make something work over here then. Otherwise everyone's just going to die regardless. Alright. There's the artillery, fabulous. So artillery's trained on this position. Good, good, good. And this is not achieving anything either. So I have an engagement with the T-54 that I can't win, an engagement with the Conqueror I'm not going to win, the rest of the map is slowly collapsing. We're just going to have to push into this guy. Optimal? No, but it's what we've got. So, screw it. Right, T-54 done, scoreline is 3-7, team's doing amazingly well. And at this point I'm going to need to turn around and deal with the rectal T-62 that we're going to get. Ah, lovely. While they faff around with a Conqueror. They don't seem to have any awareness of what's going on around them. Oh, jeez. Oh, speaking of awareness of what's going on around you, the WZ is behind me. I can't stay there then because I'll just get shot in the bum by that WZ. There is... okay, he's spamming heat, it would appear. Just switching to high explosive because I'm pretty sure a HE shell should be able to finish that T-62A off. Oh, never mind. Which means now my HE shell is a bad idea. Oh, even better! So I'm just going to die to a bat chat. Oh, no, my HE shell actually penetrated him. Well, I'll take it. A little bit of luck to squeeze a bit more damage out of this game. In the face of overwhelming incompetence. Might take a hit for this, but I need to try something. Oh, okay, no, they're both. Never mind, I'm dead. I thought it was worth a go. Turns out I was probably wrong, but yeah, there we go. I thought if I could flank around, then I might be able to actually support the Super Conqueror rather than just having this linear engagement that we're inevitably going to lose. There we go, another one bites the dust. Not sure what I really could have done differently in that game. Not that would have had a meaningful impact on it. It just felt like one of those games that, yeah, I was going to struggle to have much impact when my team were melting everywhere against everyone. Like, I had a NAF game and, like, Jesus Christ. Right. Fatten result was probably a loss. Oh no, it was a win. Oh no, that's the WZ. Where's the Fatten result? Is it still going on? Oh, not another game that's going to end in a draw. Right, I'm going to go and grab a drink. I shall be right back. Aha, I am back. Can I play in the Jagdtiger or the A20 Russian light tank? I don't... see? Highway draw. I don't own the Jagdtiger or the A20, but I'll see what I can do. So I could play in the Jagdtiger 88, for example. Where's that Object 140 who pegged it? Like... I don't understand, mate. Just do a thing. Pick it. Right. Let me try and have one more in the Fatten. And then I can play in the Jagdtiger 88 if that would help. And then, rather than getting frustrated at teams or at players who appear to be utterly hopeless at tier 9 and 10, I might just try and see if I can ace some tanks. So that'll be more, not exclusively, but more low and mid tiers. So the Jagdtiger has a pretty good gun. The problem is everything else about the tank sucks. It has been hideously power crept. The armour is nowhere near as good as it used to be, just because the rest of the game has moved on. And it's slow and sluggish. And then the A20, I've only played about one game in, I think, so I'm not really in a position to have an informed opinion on it. And hi Eric, by the way. But I'll play this, then I'll jump into the Jagdtiger 88.
Let's get this show on the road.
Where am I going? I thought I was on the other spawn. Oh Jesus, my brain is really not in this properly. For some reason I thought I was in the northeast spawn. hence I started driving the wrong way. Missed. This gun sucks, by the way, at anything other than pretty close range. Mid to long range, this gun is pretty terrible. Just trying to knock some of the terrain out of the way so that other people might be able to get a shot, but no, the terrain is not destructible. Well, there we go. K-pop Panther is dead. The new K-pop Panther, I should say. Okay, well, I achieved nothing there, but never mind. So what are we likely going to be coming across? Now, there's nothing on their team that screams hull down, so there's no like Conqueror or Super Conqueror or something. The Ravioli may well come over here. There's the 50 prototype, or 50 TP prototype. And, yeah, T62A, that does not come as a surprise. And because I wasted time at the beginning, I was not in position early enough, so I took a hit from him. Bit of a shame, that was because my own brain just being derpy and useless. And he's taken out my tracks. But I have a pretty good repair skill on this crew.
Let's go.
So nuts to it. Right, and the armour on this tank isn't terrible. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible, especially against tier 8s. So no, there must be some other people up here, surely. Oh well, we'll take him out, that's fine. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, screw it. If this guy doesn't really have any friends, let's just go and kill him. Now there's always artillery, of course, and there's the possibility of tank destroyers and whatnot, but...
Penetration. One of our tracks is damaged.
Ah, M103 picked up the kill. Fair enough. Well, there goes the Object 140, so that's one of their tier 10s dealt with. Yeah, a lot of them are in the town. Okay. Let's see if we can clean up. Oh yay, our own artillery killed our own Lerva. Fantastic, that's exactly what we need.
Penetration.
There we go, STG is done. And the Ravioli just nailed our bat chat. Fabulous. We're going to have to defend the base if we're not careful. And their artillery has tried. Oh, bugger.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is hit.
Yep, this is not the position I wanted to be in. What? Freaking tracker. Yep. Like I said, this is not the position I actually wanted to be in.
Let's roll. Enemy hit. Penetration.
And the artillery got me in the end. I wasn't expecting them to be there and to spot me as I came over that little ridge thing. And it didn't really help that I bounced on the ravioli, but never mind. We managed to get the ravioli killed. The KV-4 is almost dead. It'd be really nice if these guys weren't just camping at the back. They have their artillery there, guys. Come on. Engage your brain. Like this M103, what are you doing? There's no one spotting for you now. You're just getting wrecked by artillery. Ugh. I don't know what this... Oh, this 252 is trying to snipe, basically. This T-34 is just going to give people shots into the broadside of his tank. That is a terrible idea. But at least he hit the guy that he was shooting at, M103. I don't think he did the same. Well, these guys are really kind of pussing around here. No. Hi, Pletstook, by the way. No, I don't. I don't bother with food or anything like that. I just take the tank out and play it. That's it. Yeah, I don't bother with food. I don't bother with fancy things. Is someone going to help this ravioli against the IS-7? No, apparently not. This is why... What happened to our M103? He died. Stop camping! And then people wonder why others get frustrated at people who just camp, because you don't achieve anything useful for your team. The exceptions being if you're in a machine like the UDES here that is highly specialised for that. It can't be particularly aggressive. And has for its tier a very, very dangerous gun. And is very stealthy. T-34 on the other hand, what are you doing? Thank you, someone nailed the IS-7. Now if we can kill the VK and their artillery, who are going to be in the town and no one has attempted to get them yet. It's ridiculous. Right, I'm going to stop watching this because it just makes me annoyed. I said I'd play the Jagdtiger 88, didn't I? Recently buffed. We'll see what it's like. It's probably still bad, but never mind. If it's anything like the IS-6 and the WZ-111, it's still going to suck. Oh, there we go. Jagdtiger 88. Oh, they've unloaded all of my ammunition. That's helpful. Just a second. There we go. Right. Hang on a second. Sorry, that was Loki calling about something she'd texted me about, and I'd sent her a reply, but then she called anyway because reasons. Oh. Come on. Way, we won! Hurrah! Come on, game client, catch up. There we go. Right. Finally, I got my pattern win. It was harder work than it should have been. Well done to our artillery. Good job. Object 263. Okay, sure, whatever. This, like, the M103's play was terrible, and that, it seems, is because the guy, bless him, is new. Fair enough. So my question would then be, why? Oh, never mind. Did you grind? There we go. Did you grind up the tiers so quickly? Yeah, he's just ground straight up to tier 9. Terrible idea. C'est la vie. Right. Jagdtiger 88, because someone was asking about the Jagdtiger. Ba-doom! This thing has actually been buffed in the mobility department, the gun department, and I believe the hit point department. Not sure how long I'll be able to stream for, by the way. Loki will be heading back at some point. But we'll see how it goes. Ow. Come on, Jagdtiger 88. Let's see the next tier 9 game you get into. This thing gets limited matchmaking, by the way. Yeah, called it. Which means in practice it spends pretty much all its time in tier 9 matches. Which is why preferential matchmaking tanks are having a difficult time at the moment. And yeah. Wargaming don't really seem to be doing anything about it. Or, no, let me rephrase. If they are doing something about it, they're being rather pedestrian. You don't want to be buffed in the hit point department. Oh, let's see what we can do. This is not the map I would have chosen, but then again, there's no artillery. So the penetration on the gun was buffed to 212. Okay, assuming they've done a similar thing to what they did to the other preferential matchmaking tanks I've played, they will have made a series of irrelevant buffs that won't make any difference at all because they don't address the fundamental problem. The buffs they've given them would basically make them better at bullying lower tier tanks. They're already very good at bullying lower tier tanks. They struggle because every match they're in, or almost every match, they don't see lower tier tanks. This has not changed. Their ability to take out lower tier tanks does not appear to have been improved. Therefore, they're still rubbish. Right. Ooh. Oh, I'm spotted and I got slapped by a VK. Who shot when? I've no idea where. Come on, little Carnarvon. Yeah! No, I didn't want you to be able to repair it. Oh well. The other thing that hurt tanks like this is the cooldown on things like repair kits, because then it means you are less capable of perma-tracking someone, which is one of the big things that high rate of fire tanks can use to their advantage. But if it's harder to do, then yeah. It doesn't... Okay, it does turn a little bit faster, but it's nothing significant. It's nothing that's actually going to make any meaningful difference most of the time. And I don't understand Wargaming's attitude to buffing things. Some tanks, they just buff obscenely, way more than they need, and then another bunch of tanks, they buff so incrementally it makes no difference whatsoever. There's no consistency. Hey, I can't even penetrate the side of the turret of the AMX M4, because despite the supposed awesome accuracy of this gun, my shot goes high. So, yeah, this tank is basically the same as it always was. It sucks. Do not buy, do not go anywhere near, just avoid like the plague. You do not want this thing. It is awful. The end. Oh dear. And I'm spotted again. So now we have an engagement where I will bounce off him and he will bounce off me, but he can penetrate me if he gets a little bit lucky and if he's got premium ammunition loaded. But because he can just pull back every time I'd want to reload, we're trading one shot for one shot, which is not a good trade for the Jagdtiger. Actually bouncing one shot for one shot, but there we go. Can't penetrate the IS-6. Screw it. I'm just going to move up and try and do something. So bored. Oh dear. See if I can outflank the AMX in a Jagdtiger 88. Oh, there goes the IS-6. Oh, let me guess, by the time I get round to the AMX, he's going to already be dead. The mutant appears to have got his number. Yeah. Okay, he's dead. Let's try and do something about the T10 before the game ends. So, for the regular Jagdtiger, the Tier 9 one, the gun isn't the same, but things like the mobility and armour are very, very similar. So all these frustrating things about being really, really slow still applies. Except you're a tier higher. I have achieved 2 penetrating shots so far, which is really good. With a gun that does 240 alpha on a tank that, to make it go at any appreciable speed, you'd have to drop off of a hill. Or a cliff. Something like that. Yay, this guy doesn't have his repair kit anymore. Fantastic, I can achieve a thing. Can I pick up the kill? No, but I can get some damage and some assistance damage at the end. Hurrah! I was able to achieve a thing because right at the end, when it didn't matter to the outcome of the game, I was able to track a dude. Booyah! There we go. There's the Jagdtiger 88. It was a not particularly inspiring game, but there we are. Yeah, Tiger 88. Do not go anywhere near with a barge pole, it sucks. Right, so I was going to try and get some ace tankers, didn't I? So, with that in mind, let's start off. Where should we start? Let's jump into. Let's play the Panzer 38 NA. Zoom. For great justice! When I finally find a game, which will be sometime in the distant future, it appears. Polish tech tree, I haven't put any effort in. I'm still on the tier 1. I'll get round to it at some point. Again, because I aced the tanks first, I slowly grind my way up. But yeah, I haven't got up to the mid tiers, which from what I've heard are pretty painful. And of course the higher tiers, which look okay, but I haven't gotten there myself. The most advanced I am up any of the relatively recently added, and this is a relative term, tech trees is I'm at the tier 4 on the Czechoslovakian tree, and you know they introduced the Czechoslovakian tree a little while ago now, so bear that in mind. I'll see if I can get the ace on the tier 4, then I can at least buy the Skoda T24. Let me through, I am a little tink. I would like to spot things. Not that you'll probably let me, and I'll probably get eaten by a lux or something, but never mind. Geronimo! And ooh, okay. Probably gonna be proxy spotted by him, so I need to be a little bit careful. Then again, hello, Artie, my old friend. I've come to shoot at you again. Not a bad start. Oh, 14 TP. Oh dear, okay. Shot go. Oh, I got artilleried. Oh, I was having a good game. Oh, boring. How about the Swedes? Same answer, Wolf. I'm still at tier 2. I'm not in any rush. Like so, when I'm slowly getting there. When they're aced, I'll move up to tier 3. Again, I'm not in any rush. I'll happily play some now. No problem with that. Especially as my Panzer 38 NA just got nuked by artillery. Never mind. That's a shame. I was having a good game, but, you know, I was punished because I was camping far too hard, clearly. It's not as if I was the furthest one forward or anything. Right. Let's go with... Pew. Huh. Himmelsdorf. Okay. Alright. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so... Wait, why do I have the little pew pew autocannon? Is this the premium? Have I been stupid? I think I have. God damn it. Oh well, okay, let's run with it. Penetration 27 in a tier 3 match. This is going to be amazing. Who am I likely to come across? It could be almost anyone, to be fair. Got the M2 up here as well. He's got a little bit of armour. Let's just see how we get on. Right. I did, however, because I know you were vaguely, or seem vaguely interested in the Sentinel tanks, Wolf. I have now aced and got reviews coming of both of the Sentinels, the Tier 4 and the Tier 6. So there's that, which might vaguely interest you. Don't really want to tackle that guy. Really can't be bothered to deal with an M2 medium, certainly not frontally. Might, however, come up behind him and go, "Peekaboo, I see you!" Whoops. That was elegant, wasn't it? Also, whoops. The AC 6, the Tier 6 Sentinel was actually easier to, the AC 4, sorry, was much easier to ace than the regular Sentinel, or seemed easier, I don't know. I think it's because the regular Sentinel, the gun just does so little damage. The gun is poor, so you're just nickel and diming away at people. See if I can take out this Sexton. He might turn around to blat me, which would be problematic. Goddamn masonry. Oh, I'm being shanked by a Panzerjäger, and I didn't even kill the artillery. Clip doesn't have enough damage. Yeah, the AC-1 does have a pathetic gun. A 2-pounder, and not even a good 2-pounder. Oh wow, the Panzerjäger was spamming APCR, because that was necessary. A bad 2-pounder with terrible aiming stats at Tier 4. It was horrible to use. But I managed to ace the damn thing in the end. Actually, I think it was in a Tier 6 match, if you'd believe it. So that'll be coming at some point. Yeah, that was the premium. I meant to jump into this thing. Oh well, never mind. Whoops. My personal reserves have expired. Not to worry too much. Let's go for... That's true, yeah, you do get more XP for your actions. That is very true. You just have to deal with the fact that your armor's meaningless, your hit points are terrible, your gun is even worse. But yeah, of course, when you're bottom tier, you can you don't have to do as much to get the same amount of XP. You like the Swedish Tier 5 medium tank? Never got as far as the ML1. The TDs are painful up to the UDES. Would be far better with a good crew. You kept the UDES and now have the T10S tank. Nice. Very nice. Don't get me wrong, I really like the aesthetics of the S-Tanks. But I'm certainly not convinced that I like the playstyle. Just a bit too campy for my tastes. But I'll get up there eventually, I'm just not in a great rush. Rather than trying to do that, let's try and do this. This may not work, but we'll see. It's the Tiger Poo! Yay! One day, I will ace this thing, one day. Oh. Well, at least it hasn't taken as many games so far as the Type 58 took. Jesus Christ, that was ridiculous. Huh, Tiger 1, okay. I don't really want to get caught out there because I don't know who, if anyone, is out on the hill from the enemy team. So I need to be a little careful here. I'm not top tier either. Well, VK is not getting shot up. There we go. So there's a bat chat over there. And that appears to be it. Okay. Well, in that case... Oh, well, there goes the back chat, but I just got slapped in the face by artillery. Always fun. And there's artillery again. That was my terrible reaction time coming into play there. I would quite like to not be continually artilleried here, but I'm very conscious that that may well be what happens if I'm not careful. There we go. Yeah, he didn't like that. Can't really say I blame him. Let's have less of that, thank you very much. And team appears to be wilting, which is concerning. You can see how good the armour on the Tiger P is. Tier 6 medium tanks just happily going straight through me. Come on, Cromwell. Oh, poop. And their Batchat is not dead yet. That's... wow, okay. This team's doing well. Should have stayed where I was. Got him in the end, though. There's artillery again. Oh, yeah. This is good. Right. This is a little risky, but I feel if I don't do this, we're in trouble. Oh. I didn't think he was paying that much attention, and the Scorpion had actually moved up. So, never mind. Never mind. Not to worry. That was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? Maybe I should have gone down the other few buildings. I thought I'd experiment with that bit, because I've never really done it before. Yeah, never mind. Oh, we got a second class for the L60. Not terrible. For 241 damage. Okay. Let's go for... Oh, tank that'll make my eyes bleed. It's Hotchkiss time. Himmelsdorf, top tier game against a bunch of scrubs. Come on, we can do this. That would be my ideal combination. Now watch it not happen. Mines. It is a top tier game though. Okay. Hotchkiss. Slow, ponderous, awful. Oh well, never mind. So... let's go this way and see what we can do. There's one artillery, a T1 HMC, and one tank destroyer. Okay. Now, of course, the things like the cruiser can still go straight through me, like a hot knife through butter, but never mind. Let's not worry too much about that at the moment. Let's just try and achieve something. Well, he got wrecked. Give him a little love bump as we go past. His front. Okay, he is dead. Really don't want to poke out with that cruiser looking at me. It looks like he's got the pom-pom, which, good news, bad news situation. Good news, I think it's a bit lower penetration, a bit less likely to do damage in the first place. Bad news, if it does do damage, it will do a lot more of it. Let's try to suck it and see. Oh, he actually bounced. Okay, that one didn't bounce. And that's not even a particularly punchy gun. Where did he hit me? Yeah. Right in the weak spot. Probably wasn't aiming for the weak spot, but hey. Maybe he was. I'm going to struggle to penetrate that T-45 without premium. Hurrah! Evening, Fuzzlow! Screw it. TD's done. They've still got artillery, but nuts to it. Let's just try and get some more experience out of this game before it ends. This side should hopefully block artillery shots a little bit better. I don't have shots on the TKS anyway, which is slightly frustrating. god, the enemy Hotchkiss. Or just bouncing effectively on each other for a bit. There we go. Oh, he's using the higher paying gun. Fair enough. Oh, there's the artillery. There's the artillery again. Because this is tier like 2, artillery reloads rather quickly. Charge! Charmander, charge! How much pen do I get with APCR? 67, okay. Oh, he's dead. Oh, they're all dead. Cool. There we go. That wasn't a terrible game for the Hotchkiss in the end. Could have been worse at least. Okay, second class. Pretty much what I was expecting. Not the ace that I was looking for, but let's not worry too much about it. Right, I'll be back in just a moment. I'm alright, thank you very much, Fuzzlo. And Loki is in the process of coming back from a LARP event for her sins. And then in a couple of weeks' time, we have the horrors of tying the knot. How did that Panzer... That was a win in the end. Okay, cool. 38 NA game. That was second class. Okay. Ah, not too bad. We won by cap. Okay. Fair enough. Do I really want to play this thing? Probably not. Okay, let's take out this pile of junk. We shall salute them. We shall salute them all of the time. It's just army training. Oh, blimey. On the 28th. Oh, okay. Oh, hello, Brogster. You start your army training 2 days after I get married. I'm not quite sure who's in the worst situation. What made you sign up for the army? Blimey. Hello. Sorry, I'm just talking to the cat. Who's decided to wake up. and survey his domain. You alright? Okay, it's tier 7 match, but at least I've got a gun that doesn't really care too much. I don't think I know anyone personally who's actually in the army. I know a couple of friends who are in the navy. One of my old school friends, parents, sorry, used to be in the Air Force. All the free licenses kind of dragged me. Oh. Leopard, I guess I'm too far forward. Yep. Guess I should have stayed at the back and... Holy cow. I forget that you can get up on that little hillocky area now. Well, not that I would have been able to because our entire team's set up there. But never mind. Let's try something else. Ah, logistics. Cool. So when they don't get their ration packs and ammunition supplies and whatnot, they blame you. Gotcha. Okay, let's try some Czechoslovakian goodness, and let's not drive too far forward this time because that thing is so weakly armoured it is ridiculous. Can't do a thing. Ah, nice. I hope you enjoy it, Fuzlo. I hope you enjoy it. It's those people I know who have gone into the military have this certainly when they've spoken to me they have enjoyed themselves, although I mean I don't think I guess the Navy will be slightly different, perhaps because you're not sort of camping out in the same way. You have your own room all the time and whatnot, but I've never, well, I don't know, I hope you enjoy it is what I'm getting at, and I'm saying it in a really bad way because my brain doesn't work very well. See the world, experience it, visit places, meet people, all that good stuff, and hopefully not wind up in being called up to some desolate portion of the world to do something. I don't know. But enjoy it. Have fun with it. And I'm rambling and waffling at this point, so I'll stop. I was trying to say something and then my brain forgot what it was trying to say halfway through, and I'm like, it just sounds like I'm spewing a load of drivel, and that's because I'm spewing a load of drivel. Right, okay, well, I can't spot anything from there, so... Right, where is it we're going? Okay, so KV1S and KV2 are over there. M8A1 is up here. And I'm going to try and use my tiny little pea shooter to tickle them under the armpits. take down sections of wall so that I'm actually going to have some clear shots at things. Right, there we go. This gun is terrible. Mind. Someone kill that M8. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Oh, and there's a Hetzer up there as well. Is there any artillery in this match? No. Huh. Okay. That's kind of a shame. I would actually like some artillery. Okay, he just got deleted. Never mind. Ouch. Okay. Yep, they're going away. I'm getting some assistance for it, which is nice. I'll take the delicious, delicious experience. That is absolutely fine. The real question is, can I penetrate the side of a KV-2 with my regular standard ammunition? We shall never know, for he has backed off. He is clearly scared of me. Definitely me. No one else. It's clearly me he's terrified of. Ah. And he is done. Awesome. Oh, and the cat's jumped up on the seat next to me. That would be Loki's seat then. You're probably thinking, human, feed me! Feed me all of the foods. Right. Onwards and upwards. Don't know why I'm doing it in a weird accent. This is a Czechoslovakian tank, and that was not a Czechoslovakian accent. I will check chat again in just a moment. Oh, he's dead. This is actually turning into not a terrible game. Especially considering I'm bottom tier. I can work with this. Ooh, SU-100. Or SU-100Y. A little bit of APCR because I can't penetrate his side without it. And that just leaves the dudes who are over on the other side of the map. La 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 la. And this looks like it'll be a reasonable win. I am okay with this. Charge! And not a bad result for such a terrible little machine. Ooh, there's the Stug. Need to find the P26. There he is. Oh, there he goes. Yay, I got a kill. Wanted to do it 45 years now, so when I came old enough to sign up, I did. Get our own room too. Ah, cool. After all the... Alright, that makes sense. Sweet. Alright, thank you very much. Have fun, Fuzzlo. And I hope the training treats you well. And the whole thing. Sounds exciting, if nothing else. Hey, okay, we picked up second class. That'll do. Not too shabby. And the crew's slowly getting there. Slowly. So I've got the Skoda T24 unlocked. Once I've aced the STVZ, I'll get my hands on the Skoda, and then the next Skoda, and so on and so forth. Right, let me guess. We lost that Panzer game. Oh no, it's still going on apparently. Yep. Alright. Anything to play? Yes, something to play at tier 6. T150, I choose you. How British. It's raining. And again, the leeks could do with some water. And the carrots. Need to get some of those carrots out of the ground. Anyway, I'm rambling, sorry. So, this is the T150. I haven't played this thing much in a while, and this is the new map, Empire's Border. Ho-hum. Most common game mode I've had on this map has been Assault, and so far I prefer Assault to a regular match on this map, I must say. Thus far. And I get, yeah, the armour is to bounce things and survive. Fair enough. The armour is? Jesus, the mission is to bounce things and survive. And that's probably not going to happen in a T150. But the bouncing and surviving may well do. Tier 8 match, okay. Let's go this way for no real reason other than it's a way. No, in fact, actually, let's go this way. I know what I'm going to do. Charge! It's like 50 tons of steel comes crashing down the hill. It probably isn't 50, it's probably 40. 30 to 40 tons, I guess. I'll look it up when we get back into the garage if I remember. Right, I am going to go up yonder on the basis that I really don't want to be engaging a lot of those tanks frontally because they're big and scary. Like, I don't want to engage a T-29 or a Tiger P or an IS from the front. Sounds like a recipe for disaster. So instead, we're going to go up here and work our way around. This was actually, I had one of my Sentinel aces on this map, now that I think of it. Ooh, another T150 going the other way. Right. Put a nice big fat slug into that M41. And let's just press onwards. See if we can spot some of these guys, get them shot up. Bit like that, really. T-34 is done. Next. And we are pushing quite hard on the south. Hopefully these guys will be a bit distracted and won't mind me shooting them. Fingers crossed. I'm sure they will mind, but you know, we'll find out, I guess. Oh, that guy backed off. Boring. There we go, put one through the Skoda's turret. And then, for the sake of one shot in return, it's even APCR, we managed to finish the Skoda off. Cool. It's 50 tons, almost exactly. Cool. Sweet. Heavier than I thought it would be. Then again, it is a great big slab of Soviet steel. I mean, go figure. Right. Yeah, lots of peeps capping. I'm not interested in capping. Looks looks like we're going to win this by cap. That'd be a bit of a shame, but never mind. Nah, missed. Derpy gun is derpy. I might die for this, but I don't care. I just want to get some more experience, some more damage. He just goes too fast. Oh, we're going to win by cap. Boring. Never bought a T-150. It's not a bad tank. Wait, did they stop capping? No, we capped. I mean, the gun hits fairly hard. The armor's reasonably good. It's slow, but it's not super slow. It's not so slow it's really painful. It's not a bad tank, all things considered. No, Pepe, I do not want to join your detachment. Yeah, there we go. We only managed 3 shots, but even then, 819 damage after 3 shots. And that was including a kill shot, so, you know, you do 300 alpha with every round. Damage can rack up pretty quickly. It's basically the same gun, or a very similar gun to that found on the KV-5. No, I'm not in a mood to play the SU-100 at the moment. Let's take... No, that's... No. Stupid mouse. Let's go tier 1. Now, if the queue time is going to be redonkulous, then I'll do what I've done before and just say I'm not bothering with tier 1. Aces, that is. We'll see how it goes. That's the problem I've had in the past with tier 1. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a long queue time. Okay, nuts to it. No, let's not bother. Right, that being the case, I've unlocked the tier 2, so when it's discounted I will buy the tier 2. Pretty sure I've done the same with the Italian. Yeah, okay. So, let's jump in the T60. Should try the queues in warplanes. A full minute is short. Yeah, I'd rather not, I'll be honest. I mean, I guess in warplanes they have a relatively small player base. A little bit of me surprised they're even keeping the servers open, but go figure. And I mean, this is the reason I think that Wargaming, as I've said before, needs to be very careful what they do with World of Tanks, because it is easily their most successful title. So, if it's where, you know, it's where they can make a lot of money, be a little careful with how you treat it. Right, tier 3 on my favourite map. Each team in Warplanes has 1 to 6 players with the rest bots. Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't actually played World of Warplanes. Maybe it's fantastic. But at this point, if you're interested in aerial combat, War Thunder has a larger player base. Or at least it did when I was playing it anyway. So I'd skip over to there. I think War Thunder's aerial combat is actually very good. The ground combat bugs me and annoys me, but the aerial combat is good. How many people do we have coming over here? Not enough. Okay, never mind. It's not fantastic, but it's fun and easy. Fair enough. If you haven't already and you enjoy World of Warplanes, then I would recommend trying War Thunder, Aerial Forces on arcade game mode. I imagine that'll be a relatively similar experience. Just, well, again, I haven't played World of Warplanes, but I've always enjoyed the aerial component, as I said, of War Thunder, so might be worth giving it a go. Just a thought. There we go, there's that Panzer II dealt with. Yeah, not exactly the best positioning, mate. That's why I let you do that rather than me. I'm just going to go into a bush and spot things. Ah! Well, you're in the way, sir. Fine. Let's go and deal with this Panzer IIIe first. Oh, this gun. It's the biggest problem with this thing. Gun is ghastly. Well, this is going to be an underwhelming game, isn't it? Poop. Hi, Mac. Oh dear. You tried War Thunder a while ago, might give it another go, but you're on tier 7 in a few tech trees in Warplanes now and starting from scratch. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And War Thunder is grindy. Although, you can, not that I'm recommending it, but you can buy your way through the grind. To a much greater extent than you can in tanks. Is letting the gun aim actually worth the wait? Depends on the situation. The problem is if you don't let the gun aim at all, every time you fire the gun it's going to rebloom out. And the rebloom is longer than the reload. So if you don't let the gun aim at all, you're just going to continually be firing with this massive bloom and you're never going to hit anything at any appreciable range. So it really does depend on the situation. Sorry if it sounded like I had something in my mouth. I was just talking like a bit of an idiot. Right. Oh, we did actually win in the Tiger P. Okay. let's go for then the... Oh, let's go for the SU-101 and see what happens. Top tier, top tier, top tier, top tier, top tier. Could be worse, I guess. Another tank I need to ace. Not my favourite machine at all. But never mind. Not that it's inherently bad, it's just very situational. Right. Let's go that way and see if I can just like punch through the heavies. Might work, might not. We'll see. Time will tell. Loki will shortly be on her way. So she's dropped her friend off, so she'll shortly be on her way back here. So I'm not exactly sure how long I'll be able to continue streaming for, but we shall see. We shall see. No one likes you, industrial/agricultural equipment. The best armor this thing has is on its superstructure, so where possible you want to try and go hull down. Well, the Carnarvon Action X has gone down pretty quickly. And it's just me and this T-54E1 over here. Let's make that object 432, reconsider his life choices. He of course does have the option, if he chooses to, of just double tapping to loading the heat and like penning everything. So we see how this goes. Ah. Ah. Oh, no, he died. How the hell did that not penetrate? Well, I thought there would be fewer of them than this. I'm screwed. Never mind. Yeah. Guess I should have pegged it. I didn't think... I thought, because of the numbers of tanks seen on the other flank, and the number of tanks we'd lost on that other flank, I assumed that most of the enemy team were on the other flank. Turns out I was wrong. I should have paid more attention to our red line camping heavy tanks and assumed that our team were incompetent. Yep, report them for using team play, definitely. They're not allowed to, like, gang up. That's just unfair. Also, how did I bounce on the flat side of a T-29? Then people ask why I dislike Soviet and Chinese guns. It's like, because they pull that stuff. That's a slightly bad example, because I appreciate that... I know it's not that other nations' guns don't. It's just... I'm not interested in joining a detachment. It's just they do it more, and it's frustrating. Did the Panzer game actually finish? Presumably it did at some point. Oh, there we go, it was a defeat. Fabulous. I'm really not having a good slew of games today, am I? Oh well, never mind. Also, because the Object 430 seemed to be being quite cautious, I assumed that he didn't have much backup. I was wrong. Never mind. What can you do? Guess I should have seen that it was just me and the T-54 and thought, screw it, I'm getting out of here. Oh, it's the flak bus. Oh god, what are we going to do this time? Probably get clipped by a leopard and die again. That's all we can do. Camp, 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 camp. Such a boring tank to play. Never mind. Right. Huh. Don't have a shot. Pew! This thing does have a good gun. It's just a shame, not a shame the platform's so bad, because if the platform were good, this tank would be overpowered as all hell. But it's Jesus Christ, it's frustrating that the platform's awful. Right, let's relocate onto the other flank, see if we can shoot that 25 TP. Missed. That was not going to hit. 200? Oh, my money back on that shell. Pathetic damage roll. To be somewhere else because this is getting a little bit overwhelmed. I don't have a nice screen of meat shields in front of me. So... Oh. Great, they managed to even the score up. Fabulous. Oh, he's going to be sensible and hide behind a thing. La 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 la. Oh, we're back to the ground, turning invisibrew. Fabulous. What fun. Missed. Missed. So the gun on this tank is good, but it's not that good. You pay a lot for 200 pen and 240 alpha at tier 5. Go figure. Your graphics card is weird, I've never seen that. It's only since I changed my graphics card. Yes, the drivers are all up to date. It's only when I stream. But as far as I can work out, the graphics card is not being taxed particularly. And it's only very occasionally. This is the most it's ever happened in one day. Go figure. It's not the card overheating or anything like that. So I don't know. Although, I mean, I say that. It's happens so rarely that it's difficult for me to judge, and this is only the third time it's ever happened, and the second time was earlier today. So go back to an older driver. Yeah, the thought had crossed, and then I forgot that it was a thing that seemed to be happening. Ah, it's just another thing to do. Last time when it happened, or the first time it happened, I turned World of Tanks off and on again, and then it was fine. But, I don't know. Oh, God. Wants him to play warships instead. Yeah. 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 No. We lost the SU-101 game. What a surprise. Jesus Christ. So we didn't have a terrible game in the Panzer in the end. Still not an ace, but, you know, not completely terrible. No! If I'd wanted to join, I would have joined. Let's try the SU-101 again. See if we can have a game that doesn't completely suck. Oh, it's a tier 10 match. Fabulous. In a machine that does best when fighting equal and lower tier tanks. Oh well, never mind. We'll do the best we can. It's all you can ever do. Right. What to do? What to do? I wonder if I can go hold down on that window. Time will tell. We'll find out, I guess. Pew! 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 No, I'm not that much of an arse. Right, can I go hold down here? Yes! I'm surprised that one penetrated, actually. Not that I'm complaining, I will definitely take it. Next! La 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 la. Does no one else want to try me? Oh, you make me so sad. Goodbye, WZ. You have gone to heaven, or possibly hell. I have no idea about the various moral choices you have made in your life. It's awkward to go hull down here. It's not impossible, it's just awkward. See, this position works, the other bit doesn't, because the terrain is too high in front of your gun. This is a very low profile machine. Well, the 383 was a rubbish damage roll. Speaking of damage rolls, did anyone else out of curiosity watch Quickie Baby's review of the Tier 8, I think it was, Polish heavy tank? I did find it quite entertaining that he referred to it as a mediocre or an average sort of machine. And I couldn't help thinking, we've reached that stage where respected members of the community, pro players, blah 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 blah, are referring to Tier 8 machines with 420 alpha damage and a turret as unexceptional. I'm like, that's ridiculous. That is very exceptional. That's the second highest alpha damage of a Tier 8 heavy tank. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, this guy should die fairly quickly. Ba-doing! And he's dead. Cool. Right, let's see if we can go and shank the IS-3. Ooh! Before we try and shank the IS-3. Ow. Okay, ow. They're looking at me. Ow! Oh, my repair kit's been used. God damn it! Never mind. But you forgot that the IS-3 is the new standard for a balanced Tier 8 heavy tank. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's balanced. I understand what you're getting at. But I'm not saying that it's balanced or not balanced. I just found it weird that he is describing a tank that has, where one of its characteristics is the second best in class as kind of insipid, as having no defining features. I would say at Tier 8, 420 alpha damage is a pretty goddamn defining feature. Go figure. Gibby's reviews are always more of a review of his playstyle, which is only true of all reviews. Yeah, sure, I get that. I understand that. I just think that's such an obviously factually incorrect thing to say. It's not even a matter of opinion. It's just wrong. I understand we're now going to lose this. So, I don't get it. I don't really get it. If it had 320 alpha damage, like the VK he was comparing it with, yeah, I can understand you referring to it as you know, not being particularly exceptional at anything. But it has 420. The only non-premium tank with higher alpha damage, and it's a bit concerning that I have to qualify that with non-premium, but never mind. The only non-premium Tier 8 heavy tank with higher alpha damage is the German VK 101P. If he meant that it can... No, but... sorry. I can't remember the exact words he used, but the meaning he was getting at, and me using the word mediocre might have slightly muddied the waters, the meaning he was getting at was that the tank didn't have any defining features. I can't remember the exact word he used. But I just thought, well, that's simply incorrect. Pretty objectively incorrect as well. You want a VK. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. And if we include premium tanks into that category, the Polish Tier 8 has 440. The Defender /252U has 440. That's it. Fair enough, you watch the gameplay and skip the conclusions. That's fair enough. I can understand that. Sorry, because I find that he is one of the people who generally has a review of a new shiny tank coming fairly promptly. So I tend to pay attention to it just to see what's coming. And I don't always agree with him, and that seems to be increasingly true the more time passes. But yeah. And then you compare it with this thing. This has 440 alpha damage, and no turret, and dodgy armor, and few hit points. Anyway, never mind. You prefer Des Gamers reviews. I can understand that. I personally don't like his voice, which may sound really petty, but when you're referring to, you know, someone in entertainment, for want of a better phrase, if you find some aspect of how they present things, even if it's as superficial as their voice, irritating, then I don't know what it is about his voice that I find annoying, but it just something annoys me about it. It's not like, I certainly wouldn't expect him to change it or anything, but that's the problem I find. So if you think of the people who, the relatively big names who do World of Tanks related content, if I'm looking for a review, I have a problem with most of them. Jingles is often just wrong these days, and not very well informed, to be honest. Jedi, similar. Pointy head Jedi, that is. Quickie Baby, I think the biggest problem I have with his stuff is that he can't see anything from the perspective of anything other than a Unicum. Sir Fosh, sometimes he is salty to the point that it gets irritating, I find. Des Gamers, I find his voice kind of annoying. And no, this machine is not meant to camp with, but I can't be too aggressive in games like this because I'll just die. So, yeah, I'm left with a combination of them, and they all have problems. The other thing I find irritating about Quickie Baby is that, and this, I mean, personal thing, I think I find sometimes the way in which he uses premium ammunition annoying. It's not his fault per se, it's what wargaming encourage, but I don't like it being encouraged. I think comparing the two, for example, in my opinion, Foch is a better player. And generally speaking, I prefer to watch his stuff. But sometimes he gets salty to the point that it annoys me. Not all the time, just sometimes. Especially on the subject of artillery, I'm like, yes, I know you don't like artillery. Can we move on, please? Can we change the track? Oh, this is going to go badly, isn't it? AMX 50B's over there. Oh dear. I don't have the gun elevation for this. Okay, I'm going to hope he's reloading. God, the mobility of this tank is painful. I remember when this thing used to be quick. Back in the day. Oh, crikey. No! No! I'm too pretty to die! I'm so dead. There we go. Fosh got me in the end. Jingles is now jaded and too cynical about wargaming. I just think, okay, yes, sometimes I agree with you. But the thing I find most irritating about him is that he's just incorrect about a lot of things. And he clearly doesn't put the effort in to be less wrong. And that annoys me. I'm like, if you don't care enough to not be wrong, why are you still doing this? Sorry, but I find that irritating. Is it possible to be too cynical about wargaming? Yes. Yeah, of course it is. Well, okay. From a serious point of view, yes. Because then you just attribute everything to a cynical rationale, and that's not a very informative way of analysing things. Go on, Mr. 268, you can do this, I believe in you. Nice. Yeah. Well, I was very dead. Eh. And when I say, sorry, when I say that Jingles is wrong too much, I don't mean like him you know, seeing a comet and calling it a Cromwell or something. I'm not referring to that. What I'm referring to is when he gives information about especially, okay, I've noticed it with tanks, when he gives information about it, especially in-game information, and the information is so hideously either out of date or was never true, or he just clearly hasn't bothered fact-checking. And I know not everyone's going to be right about everything, I get that, but it just feels as if... yeah, okay, so I'm inclined to agree. I feel as if he only does World of Tanks content these days because that's what he's known for, and he needs the money. He doesn't really play the game anymore, and is not really interested in the game anymore, which is fair enough. I understand that. I totally understand it. But I do not find it, therefore, an enjoyable watching experience. Warships is a different matter. I find his Warships videos now much better. I enjoyed his Cold Waters videos as well. For anyone who watched any of those. T20. You know, little things like there'll be a video specifically about, for example, the AT-15A, and he'll talk about the weak spot in the AT-15A where the gun is, where there's a slit in the armour, or the AT-15. And I'm like, that hasn't been true for about 2, maybe 3 years. You did enjoy Jingles reversing up a hill in a submarine video. I'm not sure I've actually seen that one. Well, at least it doesn't ring a bell. I guess I enjoy Jingles as a content creator. I don't enjoy him anywhere near as much as a World of Tanks creator anymore. Okay, I'm not doing that on my own. Nope, nope, nobody, nope. Nope. I think the person who I find one of the best all-rounders World of Tanks content creators actually is an American, Cody Menz, for anyone who knows him. He does use quite a lot of premium ammunition, but he's a good player. I find him quite easy to listen to. You know, he's fairly relaxed, laid back, takes things as they come. Ruggy, do you want me to let you out in a minute? Or grab you some food? Okay, I'll sort you out in a moment, mate. Yeah. So anyone who's interested in World of Tanks content, you might want to look him up. Cody Menz. And he generally keeps his information up to date. He maintains a website as well called What Guru. He just seems like a nice guy. Right, if I stick my head out over there, those TDs are going to take it off for me. I'll let you outside in a moment if you want, mate. Just let me die hideously in this tier 9 match and I'll be right with you. Oh no, I am spotted. Wait, you have a shot through there? Oh, well, I don't. Okay, WZ is dead. Good, good, good. Oh, sorry, mate. He's dead, cool. I'll let you out in a minute. The cat is now going to be nagging me until I let him outside or feed him, depending on what his current preference is. Oh. Challenger just slapped me in the face and got a high damage roll. Fabulous. Yes, I know, Groggy, I know. Just give me a moment and I'll be right with you. I can't talk to the cat and play at the same time. It's just going to end badly. The cat has now come to the realization that whilst he wants to go outside, it is cold and raining outside, and why haven't I waved my voodoo magic to make it no longer cold and rainy outside. Because cat logic. Okay, nope. Well, at least that guy wasn't able to shoot me. Oh. Oh, got nailed by the scorpion. Fabulous. Stuck on the bottom, too deep to rise and would only move in reverse after half it was sufficiently shallow to rise. When Fu I ever have lots of good games? About as often as Fu ever remember to spell do properly. I don't know. The chat appears to be working for me, Boulders, so I'm afraid I don't know. Right. The cat has now decided that as it is cold and wet outside, there is no chance in hell he's going to go outside. Let me just go and see if he wants food. Bear with me a moment. The almighty cat god has now been appeased. What an underwhelming game. Can I actually have a game that's, you know, not rubbish? That would be nice. So why on earth would I try and play this if I want a game that isn't rubbish? Right, I'll probably be able to squeeze in about another 2 games or so, then I'm going to have to go. So, we'll try the Stug 4, and I'll get frustrated at it, I'm sure, but we'll give it a go. And then if anyone wants to... Oh, it's already there. CGC games are never rubbish. You say that! Sure, I can play the CGC, that's fine. I was thinking for a moment I might get away with that, but apparently not. Every game in the Churchill gun carrier is special and precious. Whoa, okay, this is White Park again. Alright, I haven't seen this in a while. Okay. See if we can have a game that doesn't suck. We're top tier. We're also bottom tier. Because they're all tier 5. At least it should mean I should be able to penetrate most things without too much hideous difficulty. And we've got these newish dental crunchies for the cat because he was having a spot of gingivitis. And he seems to really, really like them. And so he nags and nags. It's like, feed me, humans! Feed me the things in my mouth! I'm like, oh, for goodness sake, cat. So needy, kitty, so needy. Now I appreciate the basic workings of a human-cat relationship. Appear to be relatively one-sided, but even so. So if you hear occasional things hitting the floor behind me, or in the background, it's the cat extracting his food out of the tower we got him so that he would eat slower by using the age-old method of tipping the goddamn tower over and then eating everything inside. Because heaven forbid he not eat as quickly. That is just not allowed. Is it my imagination or have they put more crud in the way over here? There seem to be more buildings and stuff, or it feels like there are more buildings and stuff. Well, there we go. There's my first kill. Yay! Oh, I has been spotterated. Alarm, 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 alarm! Relocate, relocate! My reverse speed is so terrible. This thing. There goes the Stug. .98. Ugh, low damage roll. I've been spotted again. I don't like it. And again. Jeez. I'm giving too much lead or not enough lead. I'm just generally messing this up. Great. This never used to be here. I swear that never used to be there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just talking out my backside. Really? Dun, 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 dun. You appear to be using a stock little pew-pew gun that doesn't seem to do anything to my armor, which is hilarious. I come to execute you in the face. You don't think there's more crud, it's just prettier? Possibly. Possibly. Just keep throwing shells at the wall. Yeah, well, shut up. You're mean. I don't like you. Well, it wasn't a terrible game in the Stug. I reckon I can probably... Oh, it's first class, apparently. I can probably squeeze 2 more in now, and then I'll have to go. So, yes, I know, Churchill gun carrier, I'll play that. No, I'll play a game now in the CGC, and then if people can request one other as well. There we go. What the hell kind of gun was that? I have no idea. Was it the stock gun? I don't know. Polish tech tree. That's the Czechoslovakian tech tree. I want the one below it. T25 TP. Stock gun is a 40mm Bofors, basically. So it's probably that. Yeah. Because if you haven't unlocked either of the 75mm, that's what you'd be stuck with. Without burning any free XP. Right. Churchill gun carrier. Here we go. How do I have a 56% win rate in this thing? God knows. Right. Churchill game carrier. Off we go. At tier 5, that's pathetic. Yes, yes it is. The tier 5 and 6 in particular, Polish tanks look like a hideous grind. So... it's appropriate that this thing was aced on stream, I feel. Then again, I don't really play it any other time. Oh god, okay. We're on Kampanovka. Yeah, I'm not going to do 5k damage with this thing. But you still want the tier 5 because it looks weird. It does look very, very freaky. Anyone going to be doing any spotter rating? Anyone at all? I wonder if I can shoot from here. I don't know, it's an experiment, it might go hideously wrong. I have some concealment. Well, that Klubstreier Waffenträger is regretting life choices. See if I can make this IKV regret some too. Yeah, there we go. Eat 32-pounder shells! Mwahahaha! And now I'm going to relocate because they're pushing quite hard over the hill. And I don't want to be pushed into. And we've already lost T25 TP and a Crusader. So let's go somewhere else. Using my amazing speed and maneuverability, I am relocating elsewhere. Actually, I'm still not going to be able to get any decent shots off, so I need to go over there. 0-4! Oh yeah! Although both the damage rolls I got are still actually low rolls. The average for this gun is 280, but never mind. Raise me up. Oh, I wanted to shoot you. Oh. God damn it. Well, Artie took off a chunk of his health. 0-7! Yeah! This team is delicious. No, KV2 is done. One nine. Come on, CGC. You can carry this. I believe in you. That's the other side of a rock. I can't shoot through a rock. CGC isn't quite that overpowered. Nice shot, Artie. Good job. Artillery's doing alright, even if everyone else is sucking a tree fell. Bugger. No! No! There we go. Oh, God. For some reason I'm picturing Chip selling ice cream from Habs. It's the flak, but CGC is more your delivery van. Yeah. Yeah, about that 5k. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Yeah. That's a shame. Never mind. One other then. Is there one other machine people would like me to play? One other Tinky Tonk. Preferably one where... Oh, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. Can't control what the teams are like, so... Nah. Nuts to it. Crommy, sure. Let's take out the Cromwell Berlin and see what happens. Have I got a Carnarvon? No, I do not, unfortunately. I do not have a Carnarvon. The closest I could get would be the A45, the FV201. Well, there's the inevitable Tier 8 game. There's a platoon of people called 200 and 300, which I find a little concerning, but hey, maybe they're amazing. I have working internet now. Can't play now, but do you want to do a joint Halloween stream? Good question. Possibly. I'm not sure exactly how free I'll be. Because the weekend before Halloween, so that's the weekend of the Saturday the 27th, Sunday the 28th, would be the last week of half term, but it's on that Friday that I'm getting married, and then I might be going away on the Sunday to have a meal. I say going away, like going to have a meal on the Sunday. I should have asked Boulders, how has the move gone? Overall, has it gone okay? Has it... Oh, I'm spotted. If we do the weekend afterwards, it would be the first week back at school. So I don't know, time-wise, how easy or otherwise it would be, is the thing. Oh, I forget how bad the gun handling on this thing is. Give me a sec, Colonel Fluffers, and I will give you some attention. Just a little more. Just a tippy tappy bit more. So you're getting slapped in the face. Yeah, I don't have a shot, you wombat. Up now he moves. Oh, for pity's sake.
We've damaged them.
And now I get spotted for it, and now I have to be elsewhere. And that's why you don't listen to teammates. I moved forward because the T-21 was like, get some shots on him! I always make the mistake. I always try and listen to teammates, and I never should because they're almost always invariably incompetent. They just get me hurt. For no damn good reason. Don't listen to them, don't try and save them, just let them die. Right, rant over. How did I spot that artillery? Oh well, I'm not complaining.
Enemy armor is hit.
I didn't actually get spotted there. Come on. Come on. And that same T-21 who I listened to earlier on just crashed. Like I said, teammates are incompetent. One should not pay any attention to what they have to say. It is not worth the effort. The aggro, the brain cells, the thought, the anything. Right, that 45 TP should end up being taken down, like that. And I may well be able to get some spotting. Bother. No, 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 no. Poorly aimed. He's dead anyway. Hey, picked up a kill.
Destroyed.
Okay, no. That's gonna get me spotted. What the hell are you doing back there, mate? Oh, he's dead. Oh, okay, that's a rectal IS that I could do without. This could smart. Then again, he could balls it up. Then again, my gun could fail me. So many things that could happen, and then he could die, and I could achieve very little toward the kill. Oh well, right. Let's just make sure I don't get myself splatted.
We've damaged them.
You missed.
We've damaged them. Enemy armor destroyed.
Then it's just the artillery, who should be around about there. Sod off! Oh no, you got hit by artillery, did you? Isn't that a shame? I did not take any oh, he's on the lower level. Oh well, I didn't take any pleasure in you getting nuked by artillery at all. Isn't that a massive frigging shame? Whee! Good luck with the spooky splicing. Oh, we so should have gone as Vivian Queener. That would have been amazing. No one... No, I lie. The best man would have got the joke. The joke would have been got by 3 people there. How the hell was that second class? That was deeply underwhelming. Oh, I'll take it. That's fine. You just kept pushing me and nudging me and generally being a pain in my bum. So, nuts to you, mate. Nuts to you. Yeah, I got the IS's gun pointing the other way, I guess. Sure. Although, by the look of it, maybe he wouldn't have been such a threat anyway. Anyway, there we go. I'll have to call this here and go and get some food cooking for when Loki gets in. So thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlefish. Not a bad match to end the stream with. I know. It ended up not being completely terrible. It's a miracle. Thank you for tuning in for this sort of impromptu, just derp around pretty much. I will try and catch you guys in another video, and I'll try and get some more stuff recorded at some point when I can find a few minutes in which to do it. Ah! She's literally just come in. Alright. So, I will catch you guys later. Ciao, ciao!